This is a little baby step above an introduction to an emergency U-turn that I like to practice. And it is the idea that if it is simple to run away from a door that is familiar, a door that is closed when you're on leash, what can we do to make it just this much harder? And then if we need to problem solve, how do we problem solve and make running away from things that we can kind of stage and set up the scenario for, how can we make them better? So right now, our emergency U-turn looks like this. We can walk to the door and I'm like, come, yay! And I have a dog that easily runs with me, moves with me. You will hear me say, with Bug, I often use the cue, come, yay! Which means come and tag this hand, which she knows, and she's very good at doing the whole targeting skill if I'm running off the other direction. You may choose to use let's go. Let's go tends to be our communication that we can just keep going forward on a walk. So we can leave a sniff, we can walk by something, we can just keep moving. So number one, make sure you know what your emergency U-turn cue is. And then the second thing is, make sure you practice where your dog can really learn that it is a switch directions at a run with me, or at least as fast as I'm willing to run on any given day. We make this harder today by simply opening the door. Now let's watch what Bug does as I open the door. Oh, she's staying inside, mostly because it's raining outside today. Come, yes! So I still got, excuse me, a really rapid U-turn out of Bug, where she ran with me and followed me and had no problems doing that even though the door was open. I'm gonna take that as a win. Now it might be a little different if there was a dog out there or my parents came to visit yesterday. It would have been a little bit harder to move away from them. But what I wanna start doing is change the environment so that your puppy gets to practice this idea of they're gonna move with you. This is a bonus right now. The fact that she is not darting out the door because we have worked on weighted thresholds, this is a bonus. I don't mind if she walks right up to the threshold. I don't mind if she looks, but I love that she is not yanking out and going off and running today. Come, yes! So as you practice this week, look for a little change in the environment, opening your front door, and practice moving away from that. Front door closed, front door open. Changing one variable and making sure your dog still moves easily with you. Now, what if the moment you start to open the door, your dog is heading out because they're on a leash and they're like, we need to go, this is what we do. You get freebies. In that case, I want you to change, and we're gonna make it a little bit simpler, just like we would relax on that. You might come up to the door. I can create a sticky spot by handing her a couple of treats there. Maybe I wiggle the door handle, and if that nose goes straight to the door or not, let's go. We just take off. A lot of times, the moment you start wiggling the door handle, the puppies are like, I gotta go. So this is my little sticky spot. Good things are happening right here. That's what happens. If I feed right here, she's like, oh, good things are happening right here. So then we need to see, if you open the door, does your dog's nose go out? I might kind of pause, be like, hey, remember this, there's still a sticky spot here, but maybe I need to shut the door before we go. Come, and run away again. Good job. So you're gonna have to experiment a little bit to figure out what it is to help your dog set up for success. Normally, if I was gonna run away from another dog, I'm not giving them this whole little sticky spot treat here right by the dog. We'll get there, but not right now. Right now, I really want to work on the let's bust a move out of there. But if they're super distracted, if they're already heading outside, sometimes I want to be a little bit more interesting right here before I practice the U-turn. But what most of you guys will find down the road is that your dog is way more excited to run away with you once they get the game and they know they'll eventually get to go for a walk and cue something differently. In this case, if Bug and I really were headed out for the walk, I would be like, that's very cute. Let's go, and we'd go out together. And then if I said C-O-M-E, we would run back inside, which is great, right? You're doing very good with that. You're so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my game with a nice little all done cue. Leash off, all done. Little treat scatter, find it, find it, find it. And there's lots of good things going down there, a couple freebies for Lemon, and then we can go do the next thing. Okay, so practice, make sure you talk to your trainer, because the goal is we can run away from problems outside. Broken glass on the ground, a dog barking at us, somebody walking around that maybe makes your dogs a little nervous or a little excited. We really want to teach our dogs to move away from some things out there in the environment easily and happily. Go forth and practice. Right? Not to practice. It's always fun for you, especially on a rainy day. Always fun for you too. Oh, no pets today. Then it says no pets, just more treats.